Hello everyone on the internet, this is RyuKiva from RyuKiva Toku with another Toku unboxing. Today I am doing Tyrannoranger. This is Geki, Prince Geki of the Yamato tribe, or Jason or Rocky from Mighty Morphin. S.H.Figuarts, if you didn't know. Was it S.H.Figuarts? I need to work that out. But I have been saying S.H.Figuarts because it just sounds a little bit better to me. Right, so price wise, I actually bought, this is the only one I actually bought in Japan while I was in Japan, and I don't even know if it was new or second hand. Actually, this was an Amazon JP purchase, but again, it was while I was in Japan. Has the window, looking at the box, has the window, and again, the one thing I mentioned in one of my earlier videos is how I mean, again, this is definitely the toy rather than a screenshot of the show. He has a really shiny mouth here, but you look at the toy, doesn't have a shiny mouth. Yeah, it's grey, whereas that's chrome. And again, it's the same on the side, on the little side of the box. I don't know if they expect people to do custom jobs. And again, it's because I think pink, red, and green are the only ones that have like this little twirly bit saying Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger. On the back, moulding option parts movable, and then it says bonus parts where they've got the parts from Tyrannoranger, which is quite an unusual inclusion. And the one thing that I've been saying is how the blade on the other Rangers have been quite short, but he's actually got an extended blade as well as his sword. And that looks like two versions of the catapulty thing, as well as he's actually got the regular power blaster from like the Power Ranger show. But again, I'm pretty sure they had that. So again, this wasn't wrapped in cellophane. But again, those seals look pretty solid to me. So again, I can't even remember if this was new or used, but I am now making it used. So let's get on with the unboxing. There goes the value. I'm not seeing. Is there instructions here? The instructions on the. No, hold on. Yeah, it's right there. Wow, this guy's come with 4 pairs of hands. What is that? He's got an American neck, an American belt, and again, the power sword looks different to the one that came with Black Mammoth Ranger. Yeah, it explains here he has 5 pairs of hands, including 5 pairs of hands, including the fists that are already on him. Put the short blade form in a pocket. You can replace the, you can basically take the head off and replace the neck. You can pull him apart from the torso and replace the belt, and it does say that the blade holder is detachable, which makes sense. Okay, let's have a quick look. So, first impression. Alright, let me pop this off. So, first impressions of the figure. Well, I haven't had to prise him out of the box. Yeah, again, the mouth is not shiny, but the rest of the in fact, there's not that much. It implies on the box that he's like chromified. It's not, but it still does look pretty good, admittedly. I mean, compared to like say Blue, who has like a really long face, and Green will probably have it when I get to Green. Again, like it's so obvious that the neck is a lot longer on it. I mean, I've just gone straight taking the neck off, but again, that neck is massive, but it's clearly massive for a reason. Again, I mean, I've been looking at the boots. Again, a lot less wrinkles on this one than some of the others. I mean, again, I think the wrinkliest one must have been pink and black, maybe, even though I didn't really notice it on black when I. Again, this one seems to have a really flat torso. Again, I'm pretty sure black didn't, and even pink for a female didn't. I mean, again, it wasn't that noticeable to me. The belt. I mean, this is it, where it's a detachable belt, this is now like a really baggy belt. It's kind of ruined it for me, in my opinion, but again, you're supposed to pull it apart from the torso. I said you're supposed to be able to pull it apart from the torso. That is really stiff. Right. I'm pretty sure stuff just went flying. There we go. Right, so yeah, golden hands, yeah, everything's here. Right, so I pulled off the leg at the same time as the waist. Brilliant. I mean, I'm sure they could have, if they were going to do like detachable belts, they could have just made the belts detachable rather than having to take the torso apart. Because that's just left us with baggy belts. I mean, the detail on the belt, what is that, Tyrannosaurus Rex or a dog? Yeah, the detail's pretty poor on the actual dino buckler. Right, that feels quite tight for a belt. What way around is the Stars and Stripes meant to be? The stars are meant to be on the character's right side. And that's according to the instructions. So, Americans, if I'm wrong, don't sue me. That is really tough. Oh, jeez. Right. And that is a really tight belt. And again, I don't see why they bothered doing that. It just makes the neck looks really thick, really long. I mean, in terms of being able to stand up, I'd probably compare this to black already, just by the feel. I mean, they could have done such a better job. I mean, why they bothered doing the whole American Ranger belt thing? I mean, again, it was a joke in a Kiba Ranger. They didn't need to put it in a figure. And again, I have no intention of buying it. Yeah, I was thinking of possibly buying the Akiba Ranger figures, but I didn't see them walking around Japan, so I didn't bother. I didn't even bother doing an Amazon order for them. Maybe one day. But again, like, everyone keeps saying how cheap they go for. Alright, so... I mean, again, look at what poses did he have on the back of the box. I mean... one with the sword in his hand, one of his hands above his head, which were quite typical of the series. But then he's actually posing like pointing the gun in its full form. Let's have a look at the guns again. So right, let's quickly have a go with the traditional gun, because again, it's the other Rangers didn't seem to have this. I don't even think Dragon Ranger has this. Again, that fits pretty standard in that hand. So popping it off. Actually, now that I've put it in his hand, it's a bit loose. I am America Ranger Jin. That makes no sense. My Japanese is still rubbish. I'm not entirely sure. If someone came at me with a gun like that, I'd laugh at them. Anyway. I mean, he looks so cool posing with the other gun. Hold on. But again, it's come at me with both the just the catapult thing on its own, and then the catapult thing attached to the blaster. All done. Can't remember anything about Zyuranger. I watched Zyuranger back in 2013, I think. To me, that makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Anyway. I don't know how that looks to the camera. He's got about as much balance to him as Mammoth Ranger did. At least blue, yellow had like more stability, and pink again a little bit more. It needs a bit more finesse to it, but still wouldn't say it was too bad. Let's have a look at the sword, the main sword. How do they? I mean, again, that is. I mean, to be fair, that is quite sharp. The sides aren't so sharp. But the pointy bit is definitely sharp. I don't know how they get these plastic bits so sharp. And actually, looking at the sword, they have painted the Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, I've been complaining about the other Rangers not having like the little dinosaurs painted on the gold dots, but the power sword for Tyrannoranger actually has it. I'm impressed. That kind of makes up for the fact that they've given him a long neck. Well, almost, maybe, not quite. I don't know. Right, so on the box it shows him really grasping the sword properly, so maybe it's this hand. Kind of, I think it must be that hand. I'm not going to bother using two hands to grasp the sword like on the back of the box. I'm bored, I'm going to do a He-Man pose because I think I'm funny. Oh look, it's the America Jin. He thinks he owns the world. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Please follow, like and subscribe to this channel, support me on Patreon as well as on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at RyuKiva Toku. My blog and fan sub page is at ryukivatoku.wordpress.com, links are in the description. S.H. Figuarts are not for children, suitable for ages 14+. See you next time!